Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Trinity Faith. If you didn't know that already, now you do. I'm going to be doing a little collective oracle read. If you feel called to stay, then great. If not, please keep scrolling. Spirit, what does this collective need in the highest good for anyone resonating at this point in time? If you feel called to send donations, check out additional content, book personal readings with me, and more, make sure you go to my website, trinityfaithofficialpage.com. You can also go to my Instagram and my YouTube, Divination by Faith, for more content. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal will be listed on the screen. All donations are greatly appreciated, and all donations are going towards my summer visit with my son. So thank you all very much. May your blessings be returned. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so first, I have a little bit of this energy where it's feeling like a little bit of stagnancy here. We have overworked, no self-care, overstimulated, too much on your plate, experiencing an imbalance. Followed by, I call my power back from all else transmuted in my highest good. So I feel like this is you in the energy that you were in or that you are currently in and you're about to get out of. And this is your reminder to call yourself back, to get yourself grounded into your personal power. I feel like I'm hearing to say some of these things that you might have on your plate, specifically if they have to do with someone else. Like, I feel like almost this level of like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it because I feel like I have to. And so I feel like you might want to kind of reevaluate and kind of like let people know like, hey, I really wish I could do this for you, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the space. I don't have the energy. I don't have the mental capacity right now. Can we maybe reschedule? Or, maybe could I help you find somebody else to do it? Or, sorry, not sorry, but I can't. I feel like doing things like that where you have to kind of set little boundaries for yourself is very difficult. And I feel like in doing so, it might be like a really hard challenge. Like I'm seeing the image of somebody just like sitting on the edge of their bed with their phone and they're like trying to like type out this text and they don't want to sound like an asshole. They don't want to sound like don't care, but they truly just want so badly to do for themselves and have time for themselves. Almost so much so like you send this text, hey, sorry, can't do it, gotta cancel, gotta reschedule, and then you start crying. I'm seeing this image of somebody who's just very frustrated with the fact that you wish you could do more for other people, but you know you have to do more for yourself or else you can't do anything for anyone at all. And so I feel like this is a lot of this phase where Spirit's kind of like congratulating you on doing the hard things for you, reminding you right now here in this moment with this message, setting boundaries will get easier over time. I feel like this is the energy that you're moving into here, walking in my purpose on purpose. Setting those boundaries with ease is part of that purpose, okay? Breath work, meditation, yoga, stretching, going outside, and abundance is you and all around you. Be willing to see it. Excuse me. I'm hearing to say that there's going to be some people who set your boundaries with another person, and there's going to be this almost like resistance from them about you setting these boundaries. I'm hearing to remind you to focus on yourself, to soothe your emotions, through maybe feeling like, oh my gosh, they don't like me now. They're not going to want to be my friend. Like, I'm just getting like overall just like rush of anxiety because you had to tell somebody no. And then I want you to remind yourself that you are creating more abundance for yourself. You are in more of your personal power. You are in your highest alignment by dealing with those emotions, soothing yourself through those emotions, maybe with breath work, meditation, yoga, stretching, getting outside, soothing yourself in a way that's beneficial through the uncomfortability, because you know the uncomfortable of creating the life you want is an absolute necessity. There's no way around it. But I feel like the more that you practice setting these boundaries, the more that you practice soothing yourself through the uncomfortability of setting your boundaries, it's going to be more of this like feeling like a superpower, feeling like it's a blessing to get to set boundaries with other people. I feel like this future version of yourself who is more comfortable setting boundaries and telling people no is like almost like I started seeing the image of somebody who was like doing a Cabbage Patch. So I feel like this is your future self who's just like very proud, very like celebratory of you and everything that you're doing in order to call your power back. Because you've been so just out of sorts, like I said, overstimulated, overworked, out of balance, okay? Overwhelmed in every way whatsoever. And Spirit is really like, baby, it's up to you to change this. You can't keep complaining about being in this situation where you feel used, taken advantage of, like you don't have any time for yourself, and you don't create time for yourself. You don't put your foot down. You don't set your boundaries. That's not how you walk in your purpose, okay? Letting people walk all over you, staying silent because it's easier to stay silent and be pissed off about the things that you have to do because you didn't use your voice. Like, there was this one time I had a friend of mine who had a kid and they wanted me to babysit, but they didn't tell me they wanted me to babysit. They just brought their kid over and then kind of left my house and said that we're going to come back and just never did. And I literally felt so uncomfortable telling them, do not leave your child at my house. Do not just leave and expect me to babysit for free just because I'm your friend. No, 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 no. Because I didn't want to be seen as a bitch who like, oh, you can't just watch my kid for a minute. You can't just do that. You can't just help a bitch out. But it's like, we didn't have a discussion. You did not let me know your expectations. Therefore, I could not accept or deny this task that you were giving me. So I'm going to set this boundary because you are not going to come up here and fuck up my day and my plans like this ever again. And we're going to move forward with power. And if you have a problem with me setting my boundaries like this, well, then guess what? You and your kid can never come to my house again. Like, that's just kind of what it is. And for the longest time, like, I felt so bad for saying that because, like, as a mom myself, sometimes I'm like, well, I need help with my kid. But it's just like, I would never just go over to somebody's house and leave my kid there and be like, deuces, watch my kid for free for God knows how long. Like, that's just not what you do, right? So I feel like the more that you set your boundaries and speak up for yourself, like, the more that, like, I'm hearing to say like dumb shit, fuck shit isn't going to happen to you because people are going to know they can't bring that shit to your door and then leave it there and be like, oh, well, now you get to deal with it. You're going to be like, no, 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 no. I'm a new bitch with new boundaries. And you already know how you're supposed to move according to my boundaries. And if you don't move appropriately, well, you can move the fuck up out of my life, bitch. I really feel like you're getting into this energy where if somebody doesn't like what you say or what you do, even if you like, you feel some sort of way about it internally, you're not letting it stop you from doing what you need to do for you. You're going to go and deal with those uncomfortable emotions in private and stand 10 toes down on your boundaries in public, you know? I feel like it's like there was a past version of you, maybe even like a few months ago, like 4 to 6 months, where you were trying to set boundaries, where you were trying to like really stand up for yourself more, but it just didn't happen. Maybe you were even given opportunities where you could have and you didn't. And you said, fuck, I did it again. I let myself get used again. I let myself be put in this situation where now I'm feeling overstimulated, where I'm feeling imbalanced, where I'm feeling overworked. I did this again. I did it to me. I can't even be mad about it. And you're finally being honest with yourself about where you cannot blame other people for you not setting your boundaries. You cannot be mad at other people for taking advantage of you when you let them. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they know you're going to do what you're going to do, which is let them take advantage of you. So take that message as it resonates. I feel like you're going to be finding more things to do and fulfill your time that actually fulfill you, fulfill your soul, rather than just all this time that you spent doing for others. I'm seeing the image of somebody who was like driving people around, giving people money, like you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even financially do so much for other people and you get so little in return. And I'm sorry to say, but that's your fault because you're letting them do it and you're letting yourself be used. So quit complaining, quit bitching, and do something about it. And I say that with love. Have a good one.